For over 40 years, he was head coach, athletic director, and a part of the family here at Asheville School. And now, as executive director of the North Carolina Independent Schools Athletic Association, he enjoys the ultimate home court advantage here at the Carter Court in the Carter Center. And maybe you can explain the entire association here.
Well, we're happy to be hosting the state basketball tournament in the home city for the NCISAA, which is Asheville. We have offices here, and we rotate to 4 sites around the state. We go from Raleigh to Winston-Salem, Charlotte to Asheville. And we're here this year for the 2nd time in recent years, and we have a wonderful basketball tournament underway, and the state championship games are just the penultimate games of basketball in this state, in my opinion, that we're hosting right here.
Chuck, obviously the level of competition is incredible. Just over the last couple of years, multiple Division I recruits have gone on to schools familiar to our viewers, such as Duke and NC State, and of course around the country. But you've been with the association and seen that growth from the very beginning back in the early 1970s.
Exactly. In the early days of our association, and our best players who would be named All-State would play at the Division III level or in Ivy Leagues, that kind of thing. And now we have players in the NBA and in the ACC. I was watching Duke play the other night, a conference game against Carolina, and there were 3 NCISAA players started for Duke in that game. So we have a lot of our players out there in TV land.
Chuck, one of the things I love to ask is, speaking to the aspiring youngsters out there who might want to play at this level someday and in a tournament of this magnitude, can you talk a little bit about what they have to do to prepare themselves, not just athletically, but academically as well?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned academically. It all begins there, and if you don't have the academic credentials, the college coaches might be interested in you athletically, but they can't go beyond that because you can't qualify for their institution. So the NCISAA, as we are known, is a huge college preparatory network of schools. We have 85 schools in our association, all of them geared to getting kids into college. So our schools are renowned not only in this state, but in college admissions offices all over this country. And right now, currently, I know we have a kid playing at Harvard. I was talking to a coach this morning who said he's had a kid who will be recruited by Brown University. He hopes he'll go there. So we have, as well as the 3 starters I mentioned at Duke. So you have to work hard. You have to get yourself aligned with a good academic institution. Work hard in that institution to prepare yourself for college. Otherwise, all the basketball effort will be for naught.
And obviously, sportsmanship, academic preparation, so much a part of the individual student athlete. Also, the member schools themselves, they have to maintain some rigid standards in order to be part of the association.
That's exactly right. We do, on our logo, our 3 core values are sportsmanship, integrity, and fair play. And we try to emphasize those throughout all our games, all our regular season and postseason games. But we do have a strong emphasis on sportsmanship, and we just insist on that and try to get our schools to maintain the highest standards of sportsmanship, because those values last far beyond your athletic talents and abilities will last, and will go with you through life beyond the times when you can play.
This is the 3rd year that we have brought the basketball championships to Time Warner Cable. We've done 2 seasons of football as well. And I know that the association has grown over the last few years, not only with the growth of the state, but with new schools coming in. Just give us a quick idea of what the future holds for the NCISAA.
Well, we started in the early 70s. We have continued to grow. We are at a point, fortunately, it's an enviable position where we have the very finest schools in this state are members of our association. We have more schools applying than we can take. Our growth is steady, but it is carefully monitored, and we always go back to our core values. and we go back to things like college preparation, and we want schools, like-minded schools, to be a part of our association. So that's what we're after, and we see steady growth in our association. Even in an economy such as ours, you might think that that would be problematic for independent schools around our state. And while it is for some, it seems that our parents feel education is just among the most important things they can give their children. So our enrollments of our schools has maintained itself nicely throughout this economic downturn, and as we see it begin to turn for the good, we anticipate continued growth.
A great future for the association and a great basketball tournament here at Asheville School. Chuck Carter, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.